So tell us, how long have you been having lessons with LVBA?
I've been taking lessons with LVBA for just over a year now.
What were you most surprised about in your progress? Was there a time that you went, oh, wow, I didn't realize I could do that?
I definitely had it in my mind that I was, a bad singer and never would be able to sing. My technique has improved, my pitch, my range, all of that. But I've also learned how much fear plays a factor in what you can actually do. And the block you put in your mind of what you think you're capable of is actually not true. One time during our lessons, he told me, just let it down. You can do that. You can hit that note. And I took a deep breath and I absolutely let the fear wall crumble, and I hit this note, on this belt that I never thought that I'd ever be able to in my life, and I felt so proud of myself. That moment when I realized that if I let go of that, that I could do so much more than I thought I could.
What have you learned or discovered about yourself?
I'm definitely braver than I thought I was. This is difficult to say. I'm a better singer than I thought I was. I've learned that I'm resilient and that I have the ability to learn these things and to take them on board and to go further with it and to push harder.
How would you describe Loic as a mentor?
He's an excellent mentor. He's very straightforward, definitely harsh but fair. Everything he says is true, but I wouldn't describe it as critical. I would say he tells you exactly what you need to know in order to progress. If you want to go in to have a teacher tell you, you know what, you're so good, he's probably not the person for you, because he will push you. He will make you break limits that you didn't realize that you had, but you will get better. Everything he says is out of love, and he really cares for his students.
What would you tell somebody who would like to have lessons or training with LVBA?
I would say absolutely go for it. You will improve and you will sound incredible.
Is there anything that you would want to warn them about?
Understand that when he gives you feedback, he's not criticizing you as a person, and he's not even being critical of you. He's talking about technique. He's talking about something that he knows that you haven't followed through on.
What can you say about the method that Loic uses?
I think it's very effective. I was a beginner when I started, and our first lesson I was obviously petrified, and we didn't sing at all. It was an anatomy lesson. So, he taught me all about, where the voice comes from and what muscles we use. And that's very, very effective, because later on when you're like, why can't I hit this note? Or why can't I, make this happen? You think, well, what should I be engaging right now? He gives you all of the groundwork that you need to then achieve the more complicated things. So I think it's a, really excellent syllabus.
Perfect. Loic has a reputation of being quite straightforward and not sugarcoating anything when it comes to feedback. Do you want to tell us a bit about that?
I would say that that's accurate, but I don't think it's critical. Again, he says everything out of compassion. I would say definitely he doesn't sugarcoat it, but I think that that's for the best, absolutely. It doesn't benefit either him or you for him to not give it to you straight and for him to sugarcoat things and to say.
And has your self-confidence improved?
Exponentially. Before I started, I'd never taken singing lessons before, and I had a crippling fear of singing in front of people. I couldn't even do a siren. I would start to sweat, my throat would close up. There was just no way it was happening. And it's been a long, hard journey, but with Loic, I've been able to not only successfully sing in front of him, but I've actually done auditions, which is just insane for me. So.
And have you had any other opportunities of work since you've started? Have you had any exciting auditions?
Well, I've done auditions, and that for me is something massive. And maybe 2 years ago, that would have been absolutely unfathomable for me. I've walked into an audition room and I have sung, and that is before Loic, I could never ever have done that, and that's entirely thanks to him.